What up, you guys, man? It's your family member, it's your teammate, it's your boy Corey White, executive press team member. I know a lot of you guys don't know who I am. You probably receive an email from me all the time. And first off, I want to apologize for not like introducing myself to y'all because may not know who actually brought you into the business. But this is our first introduction, and I want to say welcome to the team. I'm so honored to have you a part of my organization, to call you a business partner of mine. And what I'm doing this webinar for is to show you guys what's possible. Like, I don't know if you got what you came here for so far with Herbalife, but believe me, like, I'm going to share some things with y'all today. I'm going to share with y'all how it changed my life just by implementing a few things that we already have embedded inside of our self-conscious mind. But the crazy thing, I've been a part of this company for 5 years now. This month is actually my 5th year anniversary. Like, I started September 5 years ago. And here's basically what happened to me, you guys, when I got started on my Herbalife nutrition program. I ended up losing 55 pounds in 3.5 months and dropping my body fat down from 31% to 10%. And that completely changed my life. So extremely grateful. And as I talk about the weight, just real quick, I want to give disclaimers. It's not typical, but it's possible. And it can happen to anybody that stay consistent on a nutrition program, believe in the product, follow a meal plan, stay connected to your coach, your mentor, or whoever you trust in this business to show you the way. And as you can see, what happened to me looking at my before and after photo, that other guy wasn't a happy guy. And the reason why I got started in this business in the first place, you guys, is I just wanted some financial freedom. I wanted to be able to control and own my own day. One of the things is I wanted to be a present parent. I didn't want a job telling me when and where and how I was going to be able to spend time with my kids. So, that's what really got me fired up about this business. And then I learned a few other things about this business that really had me pumped up, as far as like me trying to create some wealth for my last name. And basically what I mean by that is anybody that has an ID, your ID is a willable asset. So you can will that over to your children and your children's children's. So like really, I'm going so hard in this business because I want to create some generational wealth for my family. I watched my father work really, really hard and he wasn't able to leave his kids anything. So I just want to be the guy to break that chain. But here's some things that I want to share. So as I might look down at the screen, it's just that I'm going through these slides that I want to share with y'all. But one of the main things that I want to talk to y'all about is this muscle that we all have inside of our brain. This is the muscle. This is your brain lifting weights. So here's the thing. Y'all already got the skill set that it takes to be successful in this business. And what I mean by it is anybody that has a job or probably had a job at one point in their life got the skill set, because the one thing that a job teaches you, it teaches you how to be disciplined. It teaches you how to be consistent, and it teaches you dedication. So I know by me sharing my philosophy with you guys on how to revamp your business in 90 days. And if you take on what I did when I first started this company, and I'm going to give y'all a little history of what happened to me when I started. But if y'all take this on, and it don't matter if you have a full-time job right now, because you can do what I'm about to share with you part-time. But the way that I'm going to break it down as a full-time member, and how you get to decide what you're going to be committed to, your discipline, your sacrifice. And I'm going to compare it to your job. So here's the thing that I want you to think about as I talk about a job. So when you go to work, you basically have a job description. Your job description is something that you do over and over and over again once you get to work. And because you do it so much, you know exactly what to do. Now in Herbalife, it's the same thing. It's just called DMO, which is your daily method of operation. What are you doing over and over and over again to grow your business? Same philosophy. See, with a job, the difference between a job and doing your own business is a job. Honestly, you're going to build somebody else's dream and you're not building yours. See, with Herbalife, you get to build your own dream. And that's what I had to do when I first get started. I had to compare the two. And I had to ask myself, was my job going to give me everything that I wish and desire out of my life? And is my job going to give me my financial freedom? Is my job going to let me live the best life possible? But here's the deal, and here's the mindset of most people that I want y'all to understand, is y'all know that if y'all don't show up for your job, it's consequences. And I understand, like, I can completely relate. Like, if you don't show up for your job, you might get fired. If you don't show up for your job, your check might be smaller. I don't know what the consequences are for not showing up to your job, but I'm pretty sure is something for most of you guys. But on the other end of things, the way I looked at it when I got started, you guys, is I said to myself, if I don't show up for my Herbalife business, what are the true consequences? Now, when you first look at it, you may not really see none because you don't have a boss when you start with Herbalife. You're your own boss. You the CEO. You know, you the one that drive the ship. You drive the car. It's up to you on what you create. But then I got to thinking to myself, okay, on this hand, you don't show up for your job, smaller paycheck, you might get fired. On the other hand, Corey, if you don't show up for your Herbalife business, basically you're gonna have to go work that job forever. Basically, is that job gonna give you your financial freedom? Is it gonna make you the present parent that you want to be? And as I started to compare, I realized that the consequences was way higher on the other side for me not showing up for my Herbalife business. And what I decided to do for 90 days to revamp my business, the tools and the tips that I'm about to give y'all. So what I want y'all to do, if you got to pause this video for a second, it's going to be about 30 minutes. So take the time to look at this, because I definitely want to make sure you get out of this business what you came here for, whether it's a health result, whether it's to make an extra $500, whatever it is. But the steps that I'm about to share with you today has helped me create so much freedom, the blessings. Like, it's been 5 years. Other than being married and having my kids, it's been the best 5 years of my life. First step that I'm sharing, like the first position that I hit in 6 months was global expansion team. And that global expansion team, you guys, I was making about $8,500 a month. And I hit that in 6 months using this philosophy. I hit millionaire team member and millionaire team in 18 months to where I was making $18,000 a month using the same philosophy that's available for you. And in less than 2.5 years, I was able to achieve executive press team member, where my highest check so far, I'm so proud of it, was $47,000, but I average in between $20,000, $30,000, and this is every single month, based off of following what I'm about to share with you guys today. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down these 4 steps right now. But in order to take on these 4 steps, I'm gonna ask you to take it on with the same consistency, exercising the same muscle that's already embedded inside of yourself, your subconscious mind, when you show up and go to work every single day with that same discipline. And just know, if you take this on, you're going to be able to create so much freedom for yourself, and it's going to feel so good at the end of the day. So for the first 2 hours of the day, I want you to study your tools. And what do I mean about study your tools? Here's what I mean. I want you to jump inside of your Herbalife.com, your BizWorks. And as you are inside of your BizWorks and myherbalife.com, the thing about this, if you study this for 2 hours a day, how well educated, and if you did this for 90 days, how much confidence would you feel about knowing your business? Like, you're going to be in there 2 hours a day. So you're going to master the marketing plan. You're going to master the products. You're going to understand what downline volume is. You're going to understand what PPV is. You're going to understand how you get paid 7 different ways as you elevate up the marketing plan. So if you did this for 2 hours a day, just imagine how confident you'll be. And at the same time, as you inside of your biz work, I want you to listen to some personal development. Now, I'm a strong believer, like, whatever your thoughts are, you become. So whatever you feed yourself, you become, you attract into your life. So what I did for 90 days straight, I would listen to Mark Hughes, Jim Rohn, Les Brown telling me I can do it. They believe in me, how great I am. It's very important. I want you to be very conscious of the things that you feed inside of your mind, because it becomes your reality. If you tell yourself you're sick, you will become sick. But if you tell yourself you're great, you're amazing, you're awesome, you will attract that feeling, and those people will be drawn to you. So it's very important for the first 2 hours of your day, for 90 days straight, you take it on with the same commitment and the same sacrifice that you take on going to work every single day. And if you got to do it part-time, cool, do it part-time. You just figure out what that times look like and stay committed to it with the same consequences as if you wouldn't show up to your job. Now, this is the sign-in page. Once you log in with your ID, it's going to give you all kind of videos inside of the archive that you can look up and study. And here's a page that I really want you guys to get familiar with, which is in BizWorks. It basically shows you everything that's going on inside of your business. It shows you all of your members that's signing up. It shows you what they're ordering. It shows you what downline volume is. And here's the thing about it. Like, I'm going to share some stories with y'all as I go through these 4 steps on how me being in this for 2 hours straight for 90 days, how it helped my business grow to a $1 million business in less than 2.5 years, you guys. And like, I'm just blessed and grateful for, things like this and this webinar like this that you guys get to look at anytime. And just know, this is strictly for y'all. This is only going out to my organization, my team, my business partners. You guys are my business partners. I'm super committed to seeing y'all being successful in this business. I am going to give my information at the end of this webinar because I want you guys to be able to contact me with any questions that you may have about this training right here. Now, let's go back to this. Second thing I want you to write down for the second 2 hours of your day, if you're going to take this on full time, if you're willing to be dead tired to do this, to create financial freedom and be just get in the best shape of your life and have your bank account look like whatever you want it to look like, is you have to do research about network marketing. So what I did is I went to Google and I said, can you give me the top 10 websites that I can market and advertise myself for free? And I did this for 2 hours a day straight. And that's where you come up with your Facebooks, your Twitters, your YouTubes, your LinkedIns, your Snapchats, and all these other social media platforms that you get to take advantage of to grow your business. And you also can utilize the dating sites. Now, I'm big on the dating sites, you guys, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a married man. I want y'all to see this ring, but you just got to be very intentional on how you use these dating sites when you decide to use them. And I'm going to give y'all some stories on some of the results that I got using these dating sites, and it might just blow y'all away. And it's leads after leads after leads. Now, with social media, this is what I want to talk to y'all about real quick. Reality TV is winning awards. Like, reality TV on television right now is one of the biggest things, you guys. And what y'all got to know, all social media platforms is really just your own personal reality show. People are always watching everything that you do. As you see the guy right here on this slide with the big eyes, people are watching everything you do. So what I decided to do is I decided to treat Facebook like my own personal reality show. As you can see, all these reality shows, and here's a chart that I want to show you guys real quick about the viewers that people are getting off of reality shows. American Idol, 132 million viewers. And look at all the other examples. I did some research about Facebook. Facebook is the #1 social media site to where people come across that every day, all day, looking at you, looking at what you're posting. So I'm going to share some stories on how I took that, turned it into like a successful business using social media and studying my tools, going to Google saying, give me the top 10 websites to market myself and advertise myself for free. And once you find your platforms that you like to work with, I say stick with those. You don't have to have 10. I'll say take the time to set up all the account on however many you can because it's free. But find the ones that you like to work with and stick with those. And I'm going to share my 2 favorites that gave me amazing results. Next thing I want y'all to write down. Now we are into our 3rd section, which is the next 2 hours. Now we 6 hours into our work day. And it's face-to-face. You got to get out into the community and talk to people. You got to let people feel your energy. You got to let people see why you're excited. See, when I first got started and I lost my 55 pounds, I didn't completely understand the business. But what I did understand is how I felt about how I was feeling. And people, what you got to know about this business is people buy you first before they find out that the products are amazing. So people bought my energy and how good I was feeling about myself. So I sold myself first, and in order for that to happen, I had to get out in the community and talk to people. Now, here's the thing y'all are here. I don't know if you guys ever been to a STS, a success training seminar, but basically, if you ever been to STS, you will hear from stage. Basically, you'll hear talk to 10 people a day. Like, our philosophy is use word talk. So when we talk about talk, they usually say talk to 10 people a day. But here's what I invite you guys to do. Not necessarily talk to 10 people a day. I invite you to have some quality conversations over anything. And what I mean about that is sometimes we're so anxious to get off what it is that we want to say to people, we forget to listen. And sometimes people just want to know how much you care. And if you show how much you care, you can connect with people and you don't have to convince them. Like, you don't have to sell nobody. They'll tell you everything that they need if you just listen. So if you do this for 2 hours a day, how good would you be with getting out there talking to people? Now, if you're studying about your products, understanding about your business because you did your research, because you're doing this for 2 hours a day for 90 days straight, how confident would you be out there in the marketplace talking to people? You wouldn't have no problem. It's like, I guarantee a lot of you guys watching this webinar right now probably was nervous the first day of your job. But because you do it over and over and over again, you probably know your job without even thinking about it. And somebody can ask you your job description and you can break it down with ease. Well, it's the same thing with this company. Anything that you work on, anything that you committed to, you'll get the results from. And I'm going to show you how to completely revamp your business in 90 days just by following these things right here. Now, the next one, let me go back to the slide, you guys. So getting out there face to face, I'm going to come back and share a story with each section that I'm talking about and some of the results that I got from it. Now, the last one, follow up. It's fortunes, and the follow up. So I want y'all to write that down. Now, you're going to follow up with everybody that you met on social media. You're going to follow up with everybody that you met doing face to face. And here's the deal. It's a complete job description, just like your job. So if you doing this every single day on your social media, you meeting people, on your face-to-face, you meeting people, at the end of the day for your last 2 hours, or however much time you commit to this, you're going to always be able to have somebody to follow up with. And that's basically the structure that I created in 90 days to help me hit those levels in the marketing plan really quick, because I just had to stay committed to it. And I had to look at this thing as if I was building my own dreams and trying to create my own financial freedom. And that's what ended up happening to me. So let me go back and rewind and share with y'all a few things on when you follow up, the kind of results that you're going to get. When you study your BizWorks, the kind of results you're going to get. And I just think it's going to blow y'all away because this is available for all of us, you guys. So check this out. Let me go back to the original slide. Give me 1 second. So as I was inside of my BizWorks, here's the one I'm looking for. As I'm in my BizWorks, I'm listening to Mark Hughes. I'm listening to Jim Rohn. They feeding personal development inside of my brain. And they telling me things like, in order for things to change, you got to change. New seeds that I had to plant inside of myself. But I'm inside of my BizWorks. And I was always taught to work your business 6 levels deep. And this story right here, you guys, this guy was in my 4th line. And I was looking through my BizWorks and I noticed that this guy, and I want to give it up to my good friend, man, named Shane McMullen. This guy would average about 1,800 volume points per month. And I was like, wow, 1,800 volume points per month. I wonder, do he know that he's leaving money on the table by not doing 2,500? So I happened to be doing my follow-up because I wrote his number down when I was inside of my BizWorks. And I called him up one day and I was like, hey, man, may I speak to Shane? This is Corey. I'm your business partner. I'm executive press team member. And he was like, man, I know exactly who you are. And I was like, is that right? He was like, yeah. He was like, I always thought you was too big to talk to me. And I was like, oh, man, not me. I'm not like that, man. I care about people, man. I want to see everybody win. So we went on to have a conversation, you guys. And just from reaching inside of my downline, do you know this guy went from doing 1,800 volume points to being known as Mr. 10K. The very next month he did 10K. The month after that he did 10K. The month after that he did probably even more, like 11K. And he started doing 10K consistently because he just didn't fully understand the business. But when I decided to take control of my business and reach inside of my downline, you never know the relationships and the diamonds that you have down there below if you don't reach inside of your BizWorks. So that's one story that happened, just reaching out in my downline. Here's a picture of Shane, man, at one of the events, kicking it with Mr. Rebuild Strength. So I definitely want to give it up to Shane and anybody that's on Shane's team. Like, how you guys doing, man? Welcome to the best life ever. Like, man, I appreciate you. I love you, bro. And can't wait to see us all get to the top. And another story. This guy right here, man, reaching into your downline and finding out who your business partners are. Wayne Mundell, man, this dude is out in DC, out there making a difference. I see Janine in this picture and a couple of the health coaches right there, but strictly from being in your downline. Now, I didn't enroll him into the business. The person that enrolled him into the business don't do the business no more. So if I wasn't inside of my biz work to get to know this guy, I probably wouldn't have the relationship with him right now. Now, me and this dude been talking. I send a personal development message to him every single day. He started his own nutrition club called House of Nutrition in the DC area. So if any of you guys out there watching this video live in the DC area, make sure you reach out to Wayne Mendel on Facebook. Find out who he is. Super inspirational dude. Great father. Just a great person to be around. So thankful to have you in my business, man. I appreciate who you are and what you represent for the community and paying it forward. But this is all possible only because I was inside of my BizWorks. So now let me go to the next thing that I want to share with y'all. So that's why it's important being inside of your BizWorks. You never know who's down there. Like, I didn't sign neither one of these guys up, and now both of these guys are my good friends, and they're going to be in my life forever. You know what I mean? So I'm just extremely grateful for that. Now let's get to the social media section that I really want to talk to you guys about. Now, as I say, in social media, people are always watching. And what I mean by that is the reality show. So prior to Herbalife, you guys, I used to have my own reality show. So just let me go to this slide as I talk. I used to have my own reality show. And what my reality show consists of prior to Herbalife was drinking, maybe smoking, hanging out, going to parties, different things like that. And a wealthy dude told me, he said, look, if you ever want to create real success, whenever you find yourself operating like 97% of the world, it's time to make a change. You want to be in the 3%. So as I looked at my social media site, and I'm going to talk about Facebook, you guys, as I looked at Facebook and as I was strolled down my thread, I would see 97% of people was talking about the same thing, and that much of it wasn't positive. So as I got my results, what I did, as I said, I'm going to create my social media, Facebook, as my reality show, and I'm going to make everything extremely positive. So what I would start to do as I was doing research on Google, I remember going to YouTube saying, show me the secrets on Facebook and how to market and network your business. I remember this tutorial that I came across. It says, people tend to pay attention to only the comments when they really should pay attention to the likes. So what I started to do is every single day I would post a positive quote with some type of picture, and then I would pay attention to the likes. Now, the comments are normally people that's a little bit more bold, don't have a problem saying like, thank you, nice post, like what you're doing, ready to get started. They great leads as well. But here's what happened with the likes. The likes sometimes tend to be people that's a little shy, don't know how to approach you about getting started on the Herbalife nutrition program. But here's what happened to me. So because social media is like a reality show, what I tend to do as as I see somebody liking multiple pictures of mine, I simply go to their page, look at their page, and see what's going on in their life. And then what I'll do is after I find something that I can relate with them with that's genuine, I reach out to them in their inbox and I'll be like, I noticed you like some of my posts that I post. Like, what is it that you like about them? And they always come back and say like, man, like, I just love how you always posting positive things. I'm going through this in my life. I like how you've been able to maintain your weight for over 5 years. I like how you like uplifting people. You always celebrating somebody. Like, how do you smile every day? Like, what got you smiling every day like that? And you'll be surprised, y'all, like when you reach out to these likes. And it usually always turn into, like, I've been wanting to get started on, I've been wanting to lose an extra 5 or 10 pounds. Is there anything you can do to help me? Facebook is a lead generating monster. From Facebook alone, about 6 to 7 frontline supervisors that I see all the time that I have genuine relationships with, simply because I studied my research. I went inside my, I hit Google up and said, give me the ways to advertise. I hit YouTube up, give me some tutorials on how to master Facebook. And this is what I came up with, just thinking outside the box. So now you guys got another little tool, another little nugget that you can use to grow your business. Now, here's when I really want to talk about the dating sites. Now, like I said, I'm a married man. But with the dating sites, like a lot of the females on my team say, like, it'd be a lot of guys on there just talking about nothing. Here's the deal. Anybody can utilize it. You just got to be very intentional on how you use it. So anytime you go to a dating site, you usually have to fill out some type of profile. And in the profile, it normally says, what are you here for? Are you here for dating? No, I'm married. Are you here for networking? Yes, I'm here for networking. Are you here for new friends? I just always click on those 2 tabs. I'm here for networking and 2 friends. And then I make sure I'm very intentional on how I post on these dating sites because I don't want to be misleading. So what I normally do is post before and after photos, and I make sure that my pictures have very strong caption. Like, I'm so excited about my life. I feel so good living in my skin 24/7, knowing that I dropped 55 pounds a month. In 3 months. And then what I do is I go to the tab where it asks, do you want to meet people? Without even looking, I just click about 500 meet me's. And just imagine if you do this for 2 hours a day for 90 days straight. How many people are going to come across your page? To date, right now, I probably have 1,500 messages that I yet to check just on dating sites alone. And just to give y'all some numbers and some results using the dating sites, because I'm very intentional behind how I use the dating sites, I probably have about 6 frontline supervisors. Now, as you guys study BizWorks and get inside your My Herbalife website, you're going to understand why supervisors are so important. I'm not going to do this video on that today, but it's super important that you have supervisors within your organization as your business partners. So that's how I utilize social media, guys. It's been such an amazing thing for me. Just, you can take advantage of it. Now, the next one that I want to share with y'all, this one is really dear to me. The face-to-face, having quality conversations over quantity. So here's a situation, a story that I want to share with y'all. Now, as I'm in my 6 hours of the day, like, everybody get a lunch break if you got a job. I hope they giving you a lunch break if you got a job and you working 8 hours a day. So I remember one day it was millionaire team member Dante Williams. We was going out to get some lunch, and we said we were going to do some invites and pass out some flyers for this weight loss challenge that we had. So we happened to go to Staples, and after Staples, we were going to go to Chipotle and have some lunch. So while we were in Staples, I remember seeing out the corner of my eyes, I remember seeing Dante Williams talking to this lady for a second, but then he walked away to talk to another lady. And when he walked away to talk to the other lady, I said, I'm going to talk to that lady. And this lady that was sitting there, it was a lady that had gray hair. And I just simply went up to her and I was like, and this is a tip that I want to give you. I walked up to her and said, hi, my name is Corey White. Would you happen to know anybody that'd be interested in joining our weight loss challenge? You know, I'm trying to get my community healthy. Now, the tip and what I just shared with you is I said, would you happen to know anyone? Now, at the time, she probably could have dropped a few pounds, but I didn't want to say, do you want to join our weight loss challenge? You need to lose some weight. I took it off of her and said, do you know anyone? Now, when somebody know they want to lose some weight, they'll put themselves back into that conversation. She was like, you know, but let me just tell y'all what happened. So anyway, she looks at me up and down, and she said, what do you know about weight loss? And I was like, that's me on the flyer right there. I was like, you know, I lost 55 pounds in 3.5 months, and I took my body fat from 31% to 10%. And she was like, wow. So I'm sitting here going back and forth having this conversation with this lady, and I said, by the way, what do you do? She was like, it's funny that you asked. She was like, I own a weight loss clinic. And I'm like, wow, imagine that. She was like, I was just sitting in my office the other day saying to myself, like, I need to figure out a way to help my clients lose weight more naturally and have them having fun. And here you come talking about you lost 55 pounds in 3.5 months and you got this big old smile on your face. So I sat there and had this genuine conversation with this lady, and I was listening to what she want, and we end up exchanging information. So me and Dante Williams went on to have lunch. About 10 or 15 minutes into our lunch, I get a phone call from my nutrition club from one of the guys there saying, hey man, you got this young lady that says she just met you. She wants you to come back down. So as I go back down to my nutrition club, you guys, this lady was there. And I don't know if y'all got the tea. If y'all not on that tea, y'all better get the tea. But somebody gave her some tea and it was dark. And that's called the happy tea. And when I walked up in the club, guys, the music was pumping. And this lady ran up to me and gave me a hug like we had known each other our entire lives. And we sat there and she was like, oh my God, what is this? Why is people so excited to lose weight? And I went on to explain like what we do, how we care about people, how we do wellness profiles, and how we take every step with our clients and our coaches to help them get to the next level. And because of that one quality conversation over quantity, a genuine conversation, this lady will be in my life forever. She went on to hit global expansion team, which that means her business is generating $250,000 a year. Not on top of that, she ended up signing up 6 supervisors that month, and this is the month that I did 25,963 volume points because of having that one quality conversation. And on top of that, you never know the people you meet and the people that they're going to bring into your lives. She ended up signing up these two people in my business, which is Christina Sagramanaga, active world team member, and Sarah Fontenot, which is a global expansion team member as well, business generating over $250,000 a year. They're going to be in my life forever. And because I understood BizWorks, I built a relationship with them. You see what it says on this thing? Always work your business 1 to 6 levels deep. So if you inside of BizWorks, it's going to show you exactly what to do, who's coming into your business, their telephone number, their address, and you get to reach out to them and establish a relationship with them. And because of that, both of these girls I see all the time, and they're out there impacting and changing lives and making a difference. Now, let's go to this one. The last one that I want to share with you guys is when I said it's fortune in the follow-up. Now, I'm going to give y'all some tips on what I do to follow up and how I turned quantity into quality. Now, I don't care anywhere you go, you're going to see somebody holding this little thing right here, smartphone. Now, mine is a Galaxy 7. I know a lot of you guys out there probably got the iPhone. I'm a Droid type of dude because, I just like it a little bit. It's easier for me to work. But everybody normally have a smartphone. I don't care if you go to a funeral. I don't care if you go to a wedding. I don't care if you go to a bar mitzvah. Wherever you go, somebody got a smartphone. So my intentions today when I was out doing follow-up, when I was out doing face-to-face, I said my intentions for this face-to-face today is for me to try to collect as many emails as possible. So here's the thing that I want y'all to know. 9 times out of 10, somebody will give you an email without even hesitating. But when it comes to getting a phone number, they might be a little hesitant because they don't know if you're a bill collector. They don't know if you're trying to serve them some papers. They just don't know who you are. But if you ask for an email, they'll give you an email. So my intentions for this particular day was to go out and collect around 200 emails. And my approach was like, hey, my name is Corey White. I'm a health coach in the local community. What I wanted to know is, would it be okay if I give you a personal invite to my nutrition club and what we do? Now, the key thing that I said was a personal invite. And I was like, would you mind if I get your email? I think everyone that I asked that day gave me their email. So when I got back to my office and it was time for me to do my follow-up, I think I had around 200 emails. I simply grabbed this smartphone and I made a video and I was like, hey, this is the young man that you met at the mall today. I told you I wanted to send you a personal invite. Here's some video clips of my nutrition club. I showed y'all amazing workouts, talked about y'all, and I was like, here's the schedule. If you're interested, just respond to this email. And what I did is I took all 200 emails and I plugged them into my email and I BCC'd it and I sent it to all 200 people at the same time. Now, I just responded to the people that hit me back, which were the quality. Now, that's how you can turn quantity into quality. So I hope you guys take on some of these tips that I share with y'all just by following these things and exercising the muscle that's already embedded inside of your subconscious mind by going to work every single day, studying your craft at your job. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing for your business. So the first thing you got to do is get started on your nutrition program. Get a result. Like, get a genuine result. So when you talk to people, you're not talking to people trying to sell them anything. You're talking to them about how you feel. Because remember, I want you to know people buy you first. They don't know Herbalife is the #1 nutrition program in the world. They don't know we are the #1 nutrition company in the world. They only know the way that you make them feel in the moment that you meet them. So that's why it's so important that you get started on your own nutrition program so you can talk about it from a genuine place. And then from that, if you just follow these simple steps, even if you got to commit to an hour a day, doing this stuff an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, and all the way up until you get to 8 hours a day, I promise you, take this on in 90 days, revamping your business is going to look completely different. I thank you for taking the time to watch this webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me anytime. I'm always available. And if it's too late, all I ask is just text me and I will respond and I will call you the very next day. My number is area code 310-930-4675. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm extremely grateful for having you guys as my business partners because us as a team, as a family, we are the ones that get to make a difference in other people's lives. And here's what I invite everybody to do. If you don't necessarily feel it's for you, I just want you to think about the next person. Like, think about helping somebody else that may need to lose 10 pounds, that may need a little bit more energy or whatever it can be. Because the one thing I do know, a lot of us are dying too fast because of poor nutrition, and we got the key to help change the community. I thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. One team, one family, the dynasty. Let's win, y'all, and have an amazing day. And now I'm out. Y'all will be getting a lot more videos from me. Please email me what y'all need to learn about this business so I can do a video tutorial on that. And I just want to see everybody win and get to the next level. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.